Hello, how are you doing today? My name is Otto and welcome to the channel. I feel that there's a lot of confusion when it comes to ND filters. So on this video, I want to explain when are they going to be useful and how to use them. ND filters will cut down the amount of light that comes into the camera sensor. For example, the set that comes with the Flymore combo has 4 different filters. It has an ND4, ND8, ND16, and ND32 filter. A higher number means that the filter is darker, and that means that it will cut down more light. We also have VND filters like this one from the brand Freewell, and this is an ND filter that is variable. That means that you can change the strength of the filter without changing the filter itself. On this set, there are 2 filters, a 2 to 5 stop one and another one that is a 6 to 9 stop filter. Believe it or not, this one filter is the same as having all these 4 filters because depending on the number of stops that you select, it's going to be equal to a specific filter strength. And the other VND filter, which is the 6 to 9 stops, it's going to be equal to these filter strengths that you can see on the screen right now. For the most part, we are going to be using ND filters when we are shooting videos, normally during the day, but not when it's dark. Now, during the day, to get a good exposure without ND filters, we are going to have to use higher shutter speeds. But this will usually result in videos that are jerky and not smooth enough, and you're not going to have motion blur on your video. This will also depend if you're flying close or far away from your subject. If you are flying far away and there isn't a lot of movement on your frame, you're not going to get motion blur anyway, so it probably won't matter that much. To achieve a smooth video with motion blur, we want to use the 180-degree rule. And the 180-degree rule states that you want to set your shutter speed to double your frames per second. So for example, if you're shooting at 24 frames per second, you want to set your shutter speed to 1/48 or whatever is closest, which is normally 1/50. If you want to shoot at 30 frames per second, your shutter speed should be 1/60, and if you want to shoot at 60 frames per second, your shutter speed should be 1/120. If I follow that rule without an ND filter, it's going to overexpose my video, and we want to avoid that. So to cut down that big amount of light, I need to use an ND filter or a VND filter. In general, if it's a sunny day, I would use an ND32, sometimes an ND64, and if it's cloudy, an ND16 might be the way to go. I also find myself changing the filter often if it's getting dark outside or depending on the shot itself. So changing the intensity of a filter is quite common, and using a VND filter instead of a regular ND filter, it just simplifies the whole process. You just have to spin this outer ring and select the intensity that you want, and this is way easier than using single ND filters. The numbers are clearly marked on the filter, and as I said before, they will indicate how many stops of light you are cutting down. And I don't even need to turn the drone off to spin the ring. These VND filters also have hard stops, which means that the ring will stop at the minimum and maximum value of that filter. So it stops the ring from spinning all the way around, and this avoids confusions and some other issues that come up when there are no hard stops. These VND filters also have a mist effect, which is a diffusion filter making everything a little bit softer, especially the highlights, but in general, it feels a bit more hazy in a good way, giving it a more cinematic vibe. The best part of this VND filter set is probably the price. Just for comparison, this set of 8 filters, also for the Air 2S, is $130. They are polarized, and there are 2 special filters for long exposure photography. But this pack of 2 VND filters is only $50. Even if you have the DJI ND filters, I think that this is a great deal to get. The way to put them on the camera of your DJI Air 2S is when the drone is off. You want to remove the frame that's on top of the camera, hold the camera, and twist the frame counterclockwise. To install the filter, hold the camera, place the filter like this, and twist it clockwise. The links to these products are going to be on the description down below. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.